Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is NGS and thank you so much for clicking on the video. This is going to be my pickups for February 2016. I had originally planned to make this video a few weeks ago, but unfortunately I got hit with a really bad sickness that seriously knocked me out for about a week or so, so that's why you guys haven't been seeing too many videos on the channel. But I'm back now, feeling a lot better, and what better way to come back to YouTube than doing a haul video. February has been a pretty damn sweet month when it comes to pickups. I picked up a lot of things here that I had no intention to. I found for really great deals, and there were things that I had my eye on them for a while. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a bowl of popcorn or a soda because we got a lot of stuff to get through. So first and foremost, an update on my recent obsession. As you guys know, I started collecting Funko Pop figures. I have a good couple of them on my shelf right now. I was in Barnes & Noble a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know how hip and cool Barnes & Noble was to the trends, because at least the one that I go to, they have a huge assortment of pop figures, of the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z figures. They have a bunch of crazy One Piece figures. I mean, it's just insane how much cool stuff. And it's not like the little cheapo stuff. No, we're talking about the, $20+ range when it comes to these figures. And since they had Funko Pop figures, I said, hey, you know what? Normally I would order these on Amazon, so when it comes down to it, I'm paying around the same price, right? So the first one I have right here is a dancing baby Groot, of course, from the greatness that was Guardians of the Galaxy. Y'all know this movie really took me by surprise. I was kind of worried about it, but I went and saw the movie and I was like, yeah, it's okay. This has been a figure I've wanted to get for a while, but it's like one of those things where you don't notice it until you actually see it, and you're just like, oh my god, I have to get that right now. So I have a Funko Pop dancing baby Groot figure. I don't think he actually dances. That'd be pretty cool if he did, but nevertheless, it's great to have this one in the collection. And the second one is something that, again, I did not know I was going to get going into it, because I wanted to get another character from this series who's actually my favorite, but they didn't have him at the time. So I had to settle for my second favorite, being Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Oh man, y'all want to talk about how hyped I was to find a Piccolo Pop figure out in the wild. I mean, it's one thing to order it on Amazon and everything, but actually finding this bad boy out there, it's actually kind of a crime that people weren't scooping up on that Piccolo greatness. They got the whole line over here from Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Frieza, Cell, and then Super Saiyan Goku. And Funimation's been hyping the heck out of their pop figures. They released special edition variants of like Super Saiyan God Goku, Golden Frieza. I think they just came out with some Fairy Tail pop figures, and Viz is doing the same thing. They got a couple of exclusive Naruto ones as well. So it was great to pick these up. And both of these were, correct me if I'm wrong, they were only $8.95. Which normally I see pop figures at various places go for like $11, $12, $13. I don't know if it depends on the figure itself or it depends on who's licensing out the figure. I do not know, but it was great to get both of these for only 18 bucks. Funny story about the pop figures is that I actually went into the Hot Topic that was across the street. Yes, I know Hot Topic, right? And their pop figure selection was just insane. I mean, they had a lot of exclusives there, a lot of variants. They actually had a Christmas edition of Dancing Groot, and I was just like, oh my god, I could have got this instead, because I just bought this one. So I was literally going insane. I was actually contemplating buying the Christmas edition, then returning this one, but then I'm like, that is way too much effort for just the pop figure, so I'm just gonna leave that as is. Another thing that's not really Barnes & Noble related, but I mean, I guess you could pick this up at Barnes & Noble. I didn't get it at Barnes & Noble. But this right here is the first manga pickup in months, man. It's been a while since I picked up some manga. And we have Dragon Ball full color. This is the Saiyan arc, so it goes all the way from the beginning of what people consider Dragon Ball Z, even though it's all one story. And it goes up to the, I want to say... not even the entire Saiyan arc. It ends right over here with Goku training on King Kai's world. So this is only the first part of it. But I'd been meaning to pick up the Dragon Ball manga for a while. I started reading it a while back, and my main issue, the problem that had come up when I was reading Dragon Ball is that, okay, you know, I want to collect everything from the beginning. I want to start with Dragon Ball and end it off with Dragon Ball Z. Unfortunately, I was torn because there were so many different versions. You can get the standard vanilla manga volumes. You can get the Viz Bigs. You can get the 3-in-1s. There were so many different versions. And I knew I didn't want to get the 3-in-1s because if I did, my boy Caleb, a.k.a. Nesma Kib Z, would fly over from the UK and smack me sideways up until Thursday. I wanted to get the Viz Bigs, but at the same time, I love the full color artwork because not really a lot of manga get this treatment. Like, you're looking at this stuff right here, and this stuff, it literally looks like the anime come to life. It's got Toriyama's original color palette in there, so colors are what they're supposed to be. And, you know, I've always loved the Dragon Ball manga from what I read. I really enjoy it a lot more than the anime because this is the original artist's interpretation of the characters because they are his characters. But my main problem was actually collecting it. So what I think I'm going to do for the time being is pick up the full color manga because they just started re-releasing them. Funny story, they released a couple of them a few years ago, then Viz stopped for whatever reason, and then they started putting out the other ones, so you can pre-order the Frieza arc, and I assume they're going to go all the way to the end of the series. And hopefully, if these things sell well enough, we'll get OG Dragon Ball full color, because that'd be pretty awesome. So again, I'm going in reverse order when it comes to collecting Dragon Ball. Weird, I know. But this was actually only $13 on Amazon, so if you want to get something that is an insane bang for your buck, Dragon Ball full color, only $13 on Amazon. Okay, now moving into something that I guess you could call this the collector in me. I'm not really a person who buys something just for the shelf, like I buy it just to leave it there and never open it. But I saw this on sale at GameStop for only $12.97, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that up. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Zone of the Enders HD Collection. Now, I know a lot of y'all are wondering to yourself, first and foremost, why are you buying a limited edition for an HD collection? Why are you buying this so many years after the fact? And why the Xbox 360 version? So to answer your questions, $12.97, $12.99, and wow, it paid two different prices apparently. It went from $97 to $99, but in all seriousness, this right here, I could not pass this up. This is a great limited edition. And come on, for $12.97, I know it's for the Xbox 360, and if you are going to pick up Zone of the Enders, stay away from the Xbox 360 version because, according to the research that I've done on this, the Xbox 360 version and both the PS3 version and 360 version suffered from immense frame rate issues when the game came out, and out of the versions that they put out, they only patched the PS3 one. So if you're going to get Zone of the Enders, get it for PS3. Thankfully, I already have it for PS3, but now I have the limited edition for 360. And it comes with a stunning 100-page art book with world-exclusive artwork. Remix soundtrack selection CD, and of course you get the demo for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. And they had to slap that everywhere on the box. You know, they got to get this to sell. So yeah, $12.97 for this. I am probably never going to play this since it's broken as all hell, but it's nice to have this on the shelf because I think it looks rather potty. So yeah, we got those 4 items out of the way. Let's move on to video games and Blu-rays because that's where the bulk of this update is coming from. I guess I'll start with the Blu-rays right over here. And one thing I want to mention is that a lot of these Blu-ray pickups are Steelbooks. So I know I have a lot of Steelbook fans who watch the channel who are always wondering, you know, why don't I get my Steelbook game up? Why don't I get this Steelbook? Why don't I get that Steelbook? Well, I got something for you. So first and foremost, a little bit of an update on Steelbooks that I bought in the last collection video. Y'all know I picked up both Casino Royale and Skyfall, the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. Well, I decided to pick up another one and add it to the collection. We have Spectre right here. This is the most recent James Bond movie. And originally I wasn't going to purchase this, but I woke up Tuesday morning, saw this was on sale at Best Buy, limited edition steelbook packaging, and I'm like, okay, $20 Best Buy, here, just take it, man, because I know if I don't buy this now, I'm never going to be able to get it again. That is the Blu-ray steelbook collector struggle. You look at any of the Marvel movies, try finding those bitches on Blu-ray. You're going to be paying at the very minimum $40-50 for them. So, Spectre right here. Y'all know I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. I think it was okay. I know a lot of people like to say that I'm really critical of the film when I shouldn't be, but I mean, I'm just such a big James Bond fan. Particularly, I love what they've been doing with the Daniel Craig ones, and this one, while it is good, it's it's kind of like the James Bond movie that's there, you know? It's like, oh, it's not really hurting anybody, but it's not really particularly great. But still, since it was a decent movie and it had an awesome slip book, it kind of pushed me towards the edge of purchasing it. And just to round off my collection, I said I wasn't going to do this, but Best Buy had it on sale for $9.99. Picked up Quantum of Solace, my least favorite film in the James Bond, Daniel Craig run. I mean, again, it's not a horrible movie per se. It really isn't. It's definitely enjoyable. It's entertaining. But you can definitely tell that the writer's strike seriously had an impact on this film. Wow. But, you know, just to add it to my collection, and I have worse films in my collection, so there's really not much I can say against Quantum of Solace. I mean, at the very least, it has a really awesome steelbook packaging. So I've rounded off my Daniel Craig James Bond collection right over here. Until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, which probably won't be for another year or two. Okay, now moving on to other steelbooks right here. This one was another day one purchase. I had no idea that this was out at the time, but when I saw that they had a limited edition steelbook for it, your boy had to go for it, and that is 2015's Straight Outta Compton, ladies and gentlemen. This was a movie I didn't see in theaters, so this was a fresh experience for me. I heard a lot of amazing things about this movie, and I wanted to check it out. I was gonna rent it, but, you know, I saw a steelbook, $20, I had to go for it, man. I had to go for it. I'm very weak when it comes to this. You know, for some people, the way to their heart is through food. Nah, for me, man, just give me a limited edition steelbook, and, yo, I'm game. But yeah, it is pretty awesome right here. I love the artwork they got going on for it. And Straight Outta Compton, it was a decent movie. I guess I expected way too much out of it because the way a lot of people were hyping it up, they were saying that this movie was great, it was fantastic, it was awesome. But I came out of this movie and I was like, that was really cliched and predictable, and why are people hyping the heck out of this? Like, I was expecting them more to focus on the talent behind the musical group, but they really didn't, and that was kind of disappointing to me. I expected a lot more out of this, and what I got was a decent movie, albeit really cliche, and you could tell where this is going from the beginning to the end. But it's a good movie, and I do like the messages that it was trying to convey. The acting was fantastic. Like, everybody in this movie did a fantastic spot-on job. And it was really cool that they actually got Ice Cube's son to portray him in the movie. I thought that was insanely meta. That was so cool. But yeah, Straight Outta Compton is definitely, it's worth owning. But for me as a person who, you know, I've seen a lot of biopics in the past, and I've seen a lot of really great ones, this one's just like, I feel like they could have released this, not have it be about the group, and people would probably trash this, saying it's really cliche and generic. But since it's about the group, everyone's like, "Oh my god, we gotta support it. We gotta support it." Oh well, that's just me. Anyway, moving on to the last steelbook update, and this one is one of the most beautiful ones in my collection. One of my friends, known as Battlefield Joe, he picked this thing up a couple of weeks ago, and it was only $12. And so I was scouring all the Best Buys over, since of course it is a Best Buy exclusive, trying to find out where this was. And I finally found it. We have Spaceballs right here, ladies and gentlemen, and this was the last Blu-ray for the film, and unfortunately it was one of the most dinged up ones. Unfortunately, but hey, what are you gonna do? For $11.97, you really cannot beat this, and Spaceballs is one of my all-time favorite movies. This one right here comes with a lot of special goodies like stickers, and there was a couple of things that I've forgotten, but you know, this movie is definitely one of the best parody films that has ever been made. And this was made back when parody films actually gave a shit about what they were adapting. So it was very tasteful. It was very humorous. It wasn't just like these shitty epic movies or scary movies. Like, you know, the stuff we've been seeing for the past 15, 20 years, those type of parody movies. Spaceballs wasn't like that. You're going to watch this and you're actually going to get a really damn good movie out of it. I wish that more films would go back to this style of filmmaking, but, you know, it's easier for them to do something like Vampire Sucks or, you know, whatever they're going to do. Anyway, that was the end of the Steelbook Blu-rays. I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4 this month, so I'm very happy with those in the collection. Now let's move on to regular vanilla Blu-rays. First up we got here is Ex Machina. I got this at Target for, I think it was $14.99, and this was a movie that a lot of people said was one of the best of 2015. And while I did enjoy it, like this is a great movie as far as like production value, as far as writing, as far as everything that goes into making a great movie. This is spot on. My biggest problem is that this movie really did nothing for me. Like a lot of people were saying that this is one of the best sci-fi movies out there, and I'm like, how? Like, how? This is very, very typical and cliched and boring. Like, how? I guess it's probably because it was the guy who worked on this movie. He worked on the Dread movie from a couple of years ago, and this was his first directorial debut. For a directorial debut, this is just up there with the greats. But my biggest problem is that I didn't think we really needed to overrate it to that extent. Like, I don't know. It was a good movie. I'm not saying it's bad in any way. There's like no big negatives about it. My main issue is that, you know, Negroes are gonna hype things up for no reason, and then you watch and you're just sitting there like, really? I could have Amazon Prime this, you know, or Amazon Instant Videoed it. There we go. Now moving on to some unlikely pickups. I actually picked these two up at the the grocery store. These were movies that I wanted to pick up for a while, but I always saw the price of it. It was going for like $20+, and I'm like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do that. But I saw it on sale at the grocery store, Stop and Shop, for only $5.99. First up, we got Captain America, the Winter Soldier, for only $5.99, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just in fantastic condition. It comes with the Blu-ray disc and everything, so it's not one of those cheapo releases. And, you know, I wanted to pick up Winter Soldier for the longest time, but my main problem was that the standard edition of it never dropped below $22.99. Like, I would see it there in the store looking at me, and I really wanted to own it because Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie. But the fact that it never dropped down in price and it didn't have a slipcase cover, that really, really, really put me off from it. Because the only edition out there that had a slipcase cover was the 3D edition. And, you know, I'm not really a big fan of 3D. I don't own a 3D TV, never have, never will, never want to. And I was not wanting to spend $29+ on a Blu-ray. Like, the most expensive Blu-rays that I've ever purchased have been, you know, big box set. I would never spend $29 on just a standard Blu-ray. That, to me, is ridiculous. But I saw this there for $6, and I'm like, okay, this is the cheapest I'm ever going to see Winter Soldier. So I just snagged it, watched it, and it's beautiful. Love it. Awesome movie. Maybe someone out there can hook me up with a steelbook of it, because I would not mind that at all. I'm the type of dude who, if I see a steelbook for this, I would pay $20 just for the steelbook. I already have the movie, so I'll buy the steelbook. And when you work it out, you know, $6 for this steelbook, I'd still be paying around the same price. But you know the way Marvel steelbooks work, you know, once they're out, and if you don't pick them up when you pick them up, oh well. And now moving on to the next pickup right here. Again, you know, don't knock the grocery stores because they got some pretty awesome movies, man. This right here is, I'm sure, a movie from all of y'all's childhood. We got Secret of NIMH, and that price is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, brand new, $3.99. You know, I saw this movie when I was a kid. I don't really remember much about it. I know I enjoyed it, and one of my boys, Alex, is like a huge fan of this one. So I'm definitely going to have to give this a proper viewing 20+ years later. And it's a Don Bluth film, so you really can't go wrong with it. So yeah, Secret of NIMH added to the collection for only $3.99. Very happy with that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost 20 minutes in, and we are going to get to the video game pickups. We've got a couple of right here. I actually picked up some digital ones as well for like really cheap, like $4.99. Like, I got One Piece Unlimited World Red on the Vita for only $4.99, and I think there was like something else I managed to pick up, but you guys know I don't really put digital updates in the videos. I just want to let y'all know that it was on sale, and I picked it up this month, or last month. Leap year. So now let's move on to stuff that you guys already know. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth right here. Y'all know I've been feeding on this game like no tomorrow. I already have 70 hours into this game, and I am loving the heck out of it. Let me know if you guys want to see an updated review on it, because y'all know I did the first impressions on it, and you know that was done around 20 hours, so 50+ hours later I have a lot of different things to say. So if you want to see an updated review once I complete it, let me know down below in the comments section. And funny enough, Y'all who've been following my struggle when it came to Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and actually getting my copy, if you want to check that video out, go on my channel. It's basically UPS tried to jack my Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Funny enough, a couple of days after I got my copy of the game, my original decided to come in the mail out of the blue, out of nowhere. So now I have 2 copies of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I was thinking of doing a giveaway, but at the same time, I was thinking of probably just giving it to one of my friends, selling it to him for real cheap. I don't know. So yeah, I have 2 copies of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth now. I just want to let y'all know. But now moving on to the updates. Now let's move on to the most recent game released in the collection. We have Gravity Rush Remastered right here. Y'all know I was going to pick this up, and I did pick this up. Amazon came through with the clutch, only $25 for this game. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 20% off all new released video games. And since I wanted to get this game, hey, there we go. We have it right here, Gravity Rush Remastered. Still in the packaging, have not got a chance to play this since I've been absorbed in Digimon. But I will definitely, because this thing is out of its case, and this is really annoying. I'm very anal when it comes to games and movies out of their cases, but like I always say, it's Blu-ray, so you don't got to worry about this. If this was Xbox 360 on the other hand, oh boy, you better pray. So yeah, Gravity Rush Remastered right there. Now we're moving on to the last 2 pickups, which were from Best Buy, and both of these I got sub $20. So first off, we got Tearaway Unfolded Crafted Edition. I've always wanted to play Tearaway for the longest time. Everybody told me that it's one of the best Vita games to buy, but I just kind of slept on it since I was playing other things. So when I saw that it was coming out for PS4, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the definitive version of it. And through some luck, I decided to wait on things, and I managed to pick this up when it was on sale for $15. So, Tearaway Unfolded, $15. It says it comes with some stuff in-game. I don't really know what's the relevance of a messenger bag and a paper craft and some of these other things, but I guess they matter because it's a media molecule game, and you know all that cosmetic stuff is really big in their games. So, yeah, I have Tearaway Unfolded Crafted Edition. Only $15 from Best Buy. And moving on to the last pickup right here. This is Shadow Warrior. The only reason I picked this game up was on a recommendation from Jimmy over at Lots of Games, his YouTube channel. He talks very highly of Shadow Warrior. It's like a really, really good throwback FPS game that's just about fun. It's not about stopping the nuke. It's not about killing the Russians. It's not about any of this weird stuff. It's just a really fun FPS, and it was only $8 at Best Buy, so I was like, hey, cannot pass that up. I have Shadow Warrior right here, and I'll definitely be getting onto this at some point. But yeah, guys, those were my pickups for the month of February. As you can see, I got a lot of things right here. We're at 23 minutes in the video. That is not surprising at all. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be enjoying over the next couple of weeks. And as always, if you guys want to get the best bang for your buck out of video games, best place I recommend going is Best Buy. Gamer Club Unlocked, 20% off all new video games. Check out Cheap Ass Gamer on Twitter. They post all the updates. That's how I was able to find some of these things. And just shop around. You don't have to buy everything for $65, you guys. All these things right here, the only new releases that I picked up were just the Blu-rays. And those Blu-rays on release were like $20 for a steelbook. So just shop savvy, vote with your wallets, do what you gotta do. Don't buy shit, $65. Unless it's something like Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. That's the exception. It ain't got any BS business practices behind it. Anyway, you guys, from me to you for now, I'm NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.